From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Today is Monday. It's the 20th of February, 2017, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. The weather certainly cooperated, didn't it? Well, I know now there were a few clouds there Saturday evening, but that's okay. It's all right. Yesterday made up for it. Temperatures were way up there, but keep in mind how flaky the weather can be in this part of our world. It can be, well, it's just there to surprise you, right? Okay, keep you off your feet, off your guard. But while we're enjoying warmer temperatures, keep in mind that it could change in just a matter of hours. Just remember that the weather could change very quickly here in eastern North Carolina. But in the meantime, just enjoy it. I know I am. Coming up this week, Thursday of this week, the Transportation Hot Topic Luncheon, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce, taking place at the Goldsboro Event Center. That's at 12:30 this Thursday. RSVP to Linda at 919-734-2241, 734-2241. And North Carolina Secretary of Transportation Jim Trogdon will be the keynote speaker at that event. And if you're a chamber member, it's only $25. And if you're not a chamber member, you can still go. It's $35. Talking with Brenda at the Veteran Services Office the other day, she's got something new here. For women veterans. If you are a woman veteran, there's going to be counseling available for you if you need it. The second Wednesday of every month. The second Wednesday of every month at the Goldsboro Veteran Services Office. That's at 2001D East Ash Street. The Veteran Services Office, 2001D East Ash Street. Get together and discuss readjustment issues, become more educated about PTSD, learn how to work with family members who might not understand, and learn that you are not alone. This is for counseling for women veterans in a group setting. This is Wednesdays of each month, the second Wednesday of each month, beginning at 10 o'clock on the second Wednesday of each month. In the meantime, next door at the Peggy Seeger Senior Center, Wayne County government and the city of Goldsboro invite everyone to come and honor Peggy Seegers. Peggy Seegers, the presentation, the honor event will be held March 5th at the Senior Center between 2 and 4 p.m. It will be floating, and then the presentation itself will be at 3 o'clock. But between 2 and 4 o'clock at the Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street, the County of Wayne and the City of Goldsboro honoring Peggy Seegers. Excuse me. Let me tell you about today's program. We have a special program for you today. It's the first time I think it's the first time we've done this, isn't it? A two-parter. The first part, we're going to the literacy connections on East Ash Street. And the first part of the program will be talking with some people there who are part of the organization and part of Wayne Community College. And we talked to a couple of guys also who are, one's a tutor and the other is a student. I think you'll find very interesting. But we get into a lot of detail about the literacy connections. The second part, we will be at a table with the movers and shakers, if you will, the leaders of what makes it all happen at the Literacy Connections on East Ash Street. All right, I think you'll find the program interesting. Okay, there's coming up March 5th through 11th is severe weather preparedness week in North Carolina. Between March 5th and March 11th, severe weather preparedness week. And on March 8th, Wednesday, the middle of the week, Wednesday, March 8th, there's going to be a statewide tornado drill. Now, this is just a drill. There's no tornado, but there's going to be a drill. It'll happen at 9:30 in the morning on March 8th, and I'll tell you more about that the closer we get to that. Okay? And there's still time to be admitted and register for spring classes at Wayne Community College. Anyone who wants to take college credit classes at Wayne Community College needs to start the admission process right away. In order to sign up for Spring 2 courses, which provide a full semester's material in an 8-week format, students must first be accepted into the college, Wayne Community College. The admission application and instructions are available at the college's website, waynecc.edu, waynecc.edu, and in the admissions office on the main campus and the college's offices on base as well at Seymour Johnson. Registration for Spring 2 will be held from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. on February 28th, and on March 1st, and on March 2nd. Courses then start March 7th and run through May 8th. And the number out there, if you want to go on, if you want to call and get answers to questions you may have, 919-735-5151, 735-5151. That's at Wayne Community College. All right, we're going to go to our first part of the program. Here's segment 1 from the Literacy Connections on East Ash Street in Goldsboro on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we're at Literacy Connections on East Ash Street in Goldsboro, and we're here with Lynn Rabin. Hi, Lynn.
Hello.
What do you do here?
Well, now, I work at Wayne Community College.
I knew that.
And I am the coordinator for admissions and records.
Oh, okay.
For the Basic Skills Department.
Okay.
So we have a collaboration with Literacy Connections where we're having ABE classes here.
ABE, what is
Adult
that?
Basic Education.
Okay, I got it.
And it's wonderful because we like to have classes out in the community, and they have graciously let us have classes here. It's convenient for the students, and we run out of space on campus many times, so this is nice.
So this is actually a college class here
It is.
at Literacy Connections.
Yes, it is.
I know. What are we studying here?
Well, now that is something maybe Maria would like to
Maria,
answer.
if you would come over here, please. All right.
Maria is another one of our coordinators at the college.
Maria, what's your name?
María Ábalos Zárate.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Maria is fine.
Maria's fine. Okay. Maria, and what do you do at the college?
I am the ESL coordinator. We administrate classes for the people that don't have the English as a first language.
I know some of your students. I do.
Yes. So
Excellent.
we are very proud to serve and provide this opportunity to all the diversity we have in our community.
Excellent. Now, what kind of class do we have behind us here?
Well, this is ESL beginners class.
Okay.
Where people are trying to acquire the English language.
Okay.
This is beginners, and this side is intermediate.
Okay. Beginning and intermediate. All right. Now, I see there's several people here. How large normally are these classes?
Well, usually runs between 20, off campus, between 20, 25, 30, depends on the place.
And this is ongoing all the time?
Ongoing, all year long, maybe a few days or break.
And how long will these students take this class?
As long as they want to, we serve them, whatever they need. Our goal is to try to them, pursue their dreams here in the United States.
All right, very good.
So they can stay with us as long as they want to, and we are love to have them.
Okay, excellent. Now, Lynn, this is only one class. What are some of the other classes that are available?
Well, we have, of course, classes on campus, and then we have class at Mount Olive Presbyterian Church. We have one downtown at the Day Reporting Center, and we have one in Wages in Mount Olive.
Wages in Mount Olive as well?
Yes.
You're just all over the place.
Yes, we are. And then we, of course, have, those are ABE classes.
Okay.
And we have ESL classes at different places, different churches.
There are 9 off-campus sites.
Nine.
We are on Maria Reina, which is a beautiful church out of the Seven Springs area, a very rural area. We do have a library in Pikeville and library in Mount Olive, as long as with Wages also.
Right.
Here, of course, we have another one. And am I missing somebody? At college, we have 5 classes, different 5
5.
classes. Total amount of students from last year was 463.
Really?
Yes.
463.
463.
All taking English as a second language.
Yes, sir.
And ABE?
It's adult basic education. Our goal is to have these students work their way into being able to go to the college and do the GED if they need to. Many of them already have that sort of thing. They have high school diplomas or.
And they'll work their way towards a 2-year degree.
That's right. That's right.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Wow, that's a good goal.
It is a good
that's
goal.
Great. All right. Now, how long has this English as a second language been part of Wayne Community College, or do we know? I know it's been a long time.
Yes, from 1963.
Oh, that is a long
In the
time.
system in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I've been working for the last 10 years on ESL.
All right. Very good. All right. Come over here if you don't mind. Maria, excuse me. What is your name?
My name is Rachel.
Rachel. Rachel, what are you doing talking to me? I mean, why are you here?
We're here at Literacy Connection. We're educating some of the community. They're coming from various countries, and we're integrating them into the community through working with Literacy
So,
Connection.
do you work with Literacy Connections, or are you with the college?
I am with the college. I work for Wayne Community College. We are contracted with Literacy
Right.
Connections.
And what do you do for the college?
I am an ESL instructor.
You are? Okay.
Yes,
How
sir.
many ESL instructors do we have at the college? Lynn?
Oh, I have Maria, 13.
13.
Yes.
That's a lot of people there.
It's quite a few, but we're always full, so there's a need for it.
Always students.
Correct.
Tons of them.
Yes.
No problem. We have plenty of students.
Plenty of students
usually.
and 13 instructors.
Correct.
All right. Do you need more instructors? I mean, I
Yes,
guess
we are
you
always,
always
looking
do.
we're always looking for new instructors.
All right. So how long have you been working with this program at Literacy Connections?
I have been working here since August of 2016.
Okay, since last August.
Yes, sir.
And how often do you come here?
We meet every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 11:30.
Okay. And is that pretty much the norm? Is it every Tuesday and Thursday, or are classes held here throughout the week?
Well, we have we have a class on campus that's every day. The other classes are different times. We have them at night. We have them in the afternoons, mornings.
Is the curriculum the same, or are they different in some way?
Well, we do have advanced classes. We test our students to see where they place, and so it's different. It's different levels.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, thank you, Rachel, for speaking with us.
I just want to say that we
Yes.
do have other locations at Spring Creek Middle School and Brogden Middle School.
We weren't finished. Just hang on a second. Say that again.
I said that we do also have locations at Spring Creek Middle School and
you do?
Brogden Middle School.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
If anybody is interested in joining those classes, we have space available.
At Spring Creek and Brogden.
Correct.
You're busy.
Very, very busy.
Oh, that's good, though.
Yeah, it's good. It's
That
very
is good. That is good, right?
That's right.
That is
we
right.
want to be busy.
All right. All right. Well, let's talk to some folks here. Can we do that? All right. All right. Now we're talking to some folks here at the Literacy Connections, and you're Connor, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Connor, and you're Ronnie.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Connor, you're the tutor here, right? All right. What are we studying?
Right now, we're studying Psalms in the Bible.
In the Bible. And how long have you been a tutor?
So I'd say since October 2015.
Okay, a little over a year. About a year and a half or so. And what inspired you to want to become a tutor and toot?
Well, I graduated college about 2 years ago and moved back here with my parents and was looking for some way to make a difference in the community, and this seemed like a good option for me, having a degree in English. So, yeah.
Excellent. Ronnie, are you from Goldsboro?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you live here in Goldsboro, and you have a little trouble reading. A lot of people do.
Well, I can read anything, but I have learned how to read 18 books of the Bible. I'm working on my 19th book of the Bible,
I see.
and I feel glad about the Bible and my teacher.
All right.
We work together, we joke together, we eat together, we do a lot of things together because kindness is kindness,
Yes, it is. Yes.
and I appreciate Connor.
All right. Connor's helping you out a lot then.
Oh, yes, sir. If it wasn't for him and God, I wouldn't be the same old Ronnie. I'd be still asking somebody to read for me.
Now, you don't have to do that now, do you?
Oh, no.
Is that with Connor's help?
But Connor help.
All right. Now, how long have you been taking this particular? How long have you and Connor been working together?
I don't know for sure. I would say about a year or so.
About a year?
Yeah, it's been a little over a year.
A little over a year? Okay.
I think of the literacy program is a wonderful program for anyone that wants to better their reading or learn how to read.
And it's not all that people don't know how to read. It's just that sometimes people have problems understanding what they're reading, comprehension. They can't comprehend what they're reading.
Yeah.
And it's good to talk about what you're reading.
Yeah, I've been through that comprehension. I had problems when I first came in here, didn't know how to read. It's not a shame thing, it's a good thing. Because if I learn how to read, I learn how to smile. And what I'm learning now, with the help of Connor, I'm learning to read the Bible. And I think that's the best thing for anyone to learn to read. And I think I enjoy every bit of it.
If you're learning to read the Bible, you can go from there and read anything.
That's right.
And understand it.
That's right. That's right. You come back next year, you'll see.
I'll do that. Well, now let me ask you this. You're learning to read the Bible, you're studying the Bible, you're talking about it. So where do you go from here?
Well, right now, I would say I'm in the Old Testament of the Bible. There's 27 chapters in the Old Testament and 39 in the New, which come to 66 books in the Bible.
That's right.
When I finish the Bible, I'm going for better things. And they have better things.
Right.
Because my mind will be renewed. I know how to think, how to concentrate, how to study on my reading.
So this is enlightening in many areas, not only learning how to read, but this teaching you how to think, how to comprehend.
Right.
It'll help you in many areas.
Right. It will. And if you got little children that come from school with something to read, and they say, "Mom, Dad, read it for me," and you can't read it, that feels bad to you. I know you did me. But once you learn how to kill your fear and learn how to read, you'll be glad.
You know, the number is amazing to me. I was talking with Bria on our way over here. The last number I heard was 25%, or roughly 24% of the people of Wayne County have trouble reading. Now, that's an amazing number. Is that still the same? Yes, it is. It's still the same number. 1/4, 1 out of every 4 people have trouble reading. They either can't read, or they can't comprehend, or they have trouble reading, or don't understand what they're reading.
Well, I think I was in that category too, but I learned. I'm saying it again. I learned by God, and I learned by Connor. If you want to learn how to read, you can.
You can do it.
Because failure is nothing but an option.
That's not an option. That's right.
You don't have to fail, buddy.
Ronnie, my own father, had a 3rd grade education. He had trouble reading. He taught himself how to read. If you have that desire to learn, you can do it, can't you?
Yes, you can. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. And what I like about Connor, when we read the scriptures and I don't know a word, when I get home, I know I got homework. Now the day is Thursday, and when I get home today, after I drink me a cup of coffee, and I'll study for Monday. Because this is something I desire to have. And then the most important thing, this man is a school teacher, proud man. I do not want to waste his time and mine. But he knows that I study. He knows.
Excellent. Well, Ronnie, I appreciate it. Good luck to you. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
Thank you. And Connor, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Connor.
Now we're talking with Dwayne here at at the Literacy Connections. Dwayne, I appreciate you talking with us. What do you do here?
I'm with AmeriCorps. We serve in Literacy Connections. We serve as both one-on-one tutors as well as lead group classes, such as the life skills class.
Is that the mission of AmeriCorps?
Yes, it is. We serve out in community organizations around the country, and I'm with North Carolina Literacy Corps, and our local agency here is Literacy Connections.
And are you the only AmeriCorps person here?
No, sir. There's another AmeriCorps member, Tiffany. She's not here right now, but we serve together. We work off each other, working with clients as well as in our classes.
Okay, and what does AmeriCorps do here?
We basically help people achieve their full potential by helping them identify areas they want to improve, and then as a way to improve their literacy as well as other aspects of their life.
So do you work as a tutor, or do you help guide them, or what do you do?
A little bit of everything: tutor, helping guide them, lead classes, as well as in some cases connect them with other agencies.
Now, the title is Literacy Connection,
Yes,
but that applies in so many areas, not only reading, but what other areas do you cover?
ELA, we also do some financial help. We prepare people for the pre-GED areas so that when they feel ready, they can then transition to the college.
And who are these students? From where do they come?
All walks of life. People that fell through the gaps in the school system, that some people are coming from other countries, and to work on the ELA skills, English language acquisition.
So it's not only people from other countries, it's some local people as well.
From Wayne County. Most of them are from Wayne County.
Most of them are from Wayne County, and these are people who have had trouble reading, perhaps their math skills need work.
Yes, sir.
Do you help with computer skills as well?
Yes, sir. We have some computer help. We show them how to use computer, how to access jobs occasionally. Just basic things that will help them improve their lives.
By improving their lives, you're helping them to learn to read and comprehend.
Yes, sir.
Improve their math skills, improve the computer skills, and with that, they could take that and get a better job.
Oh, indeed. So they actually give back to the community. So it's a good way for the community to help itself in all ways. Through the help the community gives us, we can then turn around and help people help themselves and help the community.
All right. How long you been here?
Since August.
August. And where are you from? Where's home?
Currently Goldsboro, but I've moved around a lot. But with AmeriCorps, we serve 1-year agreements, so we're here till July. Then another group of AmeriCorps would come in and serve.
And they move you somewhere else.
Yeah, or we can end our 1-year agreement.
Or you can stay here if you like.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, it's a good place to live.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, indeed. I like it here, and I like working with the people that come in. So
thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate
you
talking to us. Thank you. All right. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for joining us on a Monday. Today, the 20th of the month, it is President's Day. Now, information for prospective child care providers. If you've ever thought about opening a business that would be a child care business, here you go. I've got some great information for you here. The Wayne Business and Industry Center, that's at Wayne Community College, will offer a free 2-part seminar on starting a child care operation in your home. It's called How to Start a Home-Based Child Care Business. Now, this is going to be from 2 until 5 p.m. Tomorrow and Wednesday, 2 to 5 p.m. If you don't go to the one tomorrow, then you can't go to the one on Wednesday. It's a 2-parter, and you got to go to both parts. Now, go tomorrow, starting at 2 p.m. in room 101 of the Walnut Building on the campus of Wayne Community College. The seminars are designed to assist individuals who wish to provide child care in their home. Content includes an introduction to the various requirements, rules, and licenses for starting and operating such a business. The sessions are loaded with information to assist attendees in making better informed decisions before becoming an entrepreneur. Now, to register for this, and I would have to think you still have time since it is tomorrow. You can register today. You go online. Now remember this, it's NCSBC. That's NC Small Business Center, NCSBC.net. NCSBC.net. And then you click on Contact Your Local SBC on the screen, and then you select Wayne County. Contact your local SBC, and then you select Wayne County. Or, I have a phone number, 739-6940. 739-6940, and you can ask questions, you can get all kinds of information that way. Each session must be registered for separately, so if you register for tomorrow's, then you have to turn around and register for the other one. Both of them. You have to register for both of them. Attendance for the first session is required to attend the second. Again, 739-6940 to get information. Coming up at the Cooperative Extension Service, Jessica Strickland, the horticulture agent, will be presenting a workshop on pruning trees, pruning shrubs, pruning prunes. That starts at 9 o'clock this Friday. Goes till noon. Registration required. You are required to register. Call today to register. Tomorrow, you may not make it because they're asking you to register 5 days before the event. 5 days before the event. It's going to be all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a presentation, question and answer session. There's going to be handouts for participants. They just want to make sure they know how many people are coming. It's free, but you need to call and register for this. 919-731-1520. 919-731-1520. Okay. What's special about today? I'm glad you asked. I had that right here just a moment ago. What do I did with that? Oh, here it is. Today is the 20th of the month, right? Today is President's Day. Happy President's Day. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Today is also Love Your Pet Day. That's nice. Today is also Northern Hemisphere Hooty Hoo Day. This is the day you go outside at 12 o'clock and yell hooty hoo, hooty hoo. I'm not sure why, but you're supposed to do it. It's in the rule book. Hooty hoo. It's World Day for Social Justice. It's also President's Day, which I mentioned, which takes us to our trivia question for today. The trivia question category is fake news. Yeah, fake news is the trivia question category for today. A while back, a fellow by the name of Mason Weems, he was a minister, a fine gentleman, loved everybody, and everybody loved Mason Weems. Reverend Weems was a wonderful person. He taught by example. He would preach his sermon and he'd give an example. Well, he wrote a book once, and in that book he wrote a story about one of our presidents, when that president was, well, it was years earlier. He wasn't president yet, but he wrote a story about this man's life. And in the early days, it turned out that this story was not true. It seems that Reverend Weems actually just made the thing up. But see, the story was so great, it received all kinds of attention, and people actually started believing that it really, really happened. So what story did Reverend, a fine man, Mason Weems, create out of his own mind to tell about a young man who was to grow up and become president of the United States? That was not real. It was a fake news story. What was that story? We'll have the answer. Who was the president? That's what we want to know. Who was the president? We'll have the answer to that question coming up in our next segment of the program. We're going to now go to part 2 of our visit over to Literacy Connections. That's up next on Wayne Goldsboro Television. At Literacy Connections on East Ash Street here in Goldsboro, Susie Acree is with us. And Susie, you're the director here, right?
Yes, I have been the executive director for about 6 months now, so go easy on me.
Oh, come now.
I'm the experts around the table if I don't know how to answer your questions.
Look, now, you and I have done this many times before, and you never had a problem.
No, during my time at United Way, I spent a good bit of time with you and also at the Partnership for Children. Yeah.
Lee Halls, hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. And what do you do here?
I am the program manager for Literacy Connections, and I started in that position when Susie came on as our ED.
Mm-hmm. And you also, where does Banking on Wayne come into this?
Bank on Wayne is one of the wonderful programs that we offer at Literacy Connections. Mm-hmm. It's a little unique in that this is a program that can help anybody that's interested in improving their financial stability.
All right.
It is basic stuff, basic finance, how to manage your bank account, avoid paying fees, how to manage your credit, create a budget, just those really basic skills.
This is something that we all take for granted that people know how to do. Mm-hmm. We think people know how to write a check. We think people know how to start a savings account, but people do not know this.
They don't know this. They don't know how to do it. They're operating out of the mainstream and spending a lot of money they don't need to spend to handle their finances.
You know, back in the 20s, you heard a lot about people putting money under the mattress.
People still put money under the mattress.
Do they really?
Yes, or in a shoebox in the closet. So we take some of the guesswork out of that. It's a good program for someone who's not currently in the system, and we kind of do a step-by-step and then work hard to connect with area banks. Of the 12 banks and financial institutions in Wayne County, 11 of them have come to the table and helped us improve the program for 2017. On Tuesday evenings, there's a representative from one of the area banks here actually teaching the class, so it's great. Expert advice, leading the class, so that's been a great component for the program.
And that's only one program. Bank on Wayne is only one program. That you oversee.
Of course, you've been able to see firsthand our partnership with Wayne Community, which is just a wonderful thing to see that energy in here. You've had a little taste of what happens with our one-on-one tutors and students. We have AmeriCorps members, as Dwayne told you, who work one-on-one and lead small groups as well. We have a life skills program for adults with disabilities. That class meets twice a week. That's a great program as well. And we also have a conversation club, which is geared mostly toward some of our ESL students and the ESL students from the college, but it is just that, it's conversation. Understanding how to carry on a conversation in English, go in a restaurant and order off of a menu, going in a store and being able to communicate with the clerk. So lots of really good stuff that happens here every day.
You know, you can learn another language. You can comprehend what the words mean. But putting it into actual use is something entirely different.
Yes, it can be very difficult. And then you take, we're in the South. We have
dialect?
Southern draws and idioms, and bless your heart.
Well,
and
bless your heart.
Yeah.
We sure do.
And so it makes it, I think sometimes even more challenging.
It does. In fact, you want to compare dialects between, say, the far eastern coastal area of North Carolina and go into the far western part. There are actually people who can't understand what they're saying, and they live in the same state and they're born here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they do not understand what the other person's saying. I have seen that happen.
We see it every day. So, yeah, it absolutely does happen. And we just try to make that a little easier for that everyday conversation and try to have a lot of fun with that as well.
I wonder if you would ever consider dialect as a second language. Would you consider that? That's an idea.
That's a good idea.
We could say, the people, well, anyway, we can do that. And Lynn, now we talked to you just a few moments ago about everything that the college is doing here. What can you add to that?
Well, I can add what we do here is it's been a wonderful collaboration because we have a class here and the students are able to come here. It's more convenient for them.
And I probably asked you this, but let me interrupt here. Is there more than the English as a second language, the ESL? Is there more than that class?
Well, we have ABE. They are also studying other things. And we hope to have an adult basic education class here, if we can arrange it for the time and the space. We would love another class.
I just gave her the evil eye, so I hope that works.
Well, it's just
There's lots of planning going on.
Yes, so that would be good too if we could do that.
Okay, Maria, English as a second language. Now, where is your home? Where are you from?
I'm original from Argentina.
Argentina. Whoa, that's way down south.
It's way south, yeah.
Boy, talk about dialect. They have a dialect in Argentina. So what brought you to the U.S.?
My husband, I met my husband in Argentina. He is an American citizen, and he brought me here after I said I do.
That's wonderful. How often do you get home? After you said I do. That's good. Not before. So do you ever get home? Do you ever go home?
Not as often I wish. Going down there is long and very expensive, and we have 3 kids. So,
So what part of Argentina?
Cordoba, in the middle, the heart of my country.
In the heart of the country. I love that. Argentina's mountainous in many areas.
Yes, it's in the west. We have our neighbors with Chile. We share the Andes. Yes. But my city is kind of mountain valley type of,
Mountainous and a few valleys in there.
Yes, there is.
All right. So how long have you been teaching English as a second language?
For over 10 years. Oh. Yes, I am ESL myself, so having that experience to learn not only a new language but culture helps me to understand people better. And I know exactly what they go through, and I know the mistakes they might make because I've been there, done that. Yeah. So And it's enjoyable. I fill my heart every day with my students. I just love them.
That's wonderful. Now, Lynn, the basic education classes here, besides English, perhaps what would you get into doing here?
Well, we would work on people's reading and math.
And math. Yeah.
And try to see if they can do a pre-GED to get them ready to take the official GED.
Right. And again, these are not only students from other countries. These are local people as well. People
There
who
are all
grew up here in
kinds
Wayne
of
County.
students.
Yes.
And Wayne County has lots of students who cannot read or have very low-level reading skills and need to work on them. And we test the students, and that's really what we do at the college. We have an orientation, we test the students, and if they are first and second grade level, we refer them to Literacy Connections.
Okay. First and second grade level to Literacy Connections. Very interesting. Now, Susie,
Yes.
I was mentioning also to Bria on the way over here that you can come here at any time there's a class, and you see, if you judge from the vehicles that are driven in the parking lot, you see older cars, you see cars with bumps and dents in it, but you also see new cars, high-dollar cars. So illiteracy crosses all boundaries.
It does cross all boundaries. I mean, a lot of people are born with disabilities that make traditional learning a challenge for them. So that's why we have the need for Literacy Connections. And the other thing I wanted to add too, we have a bus stop that stops right here. So a lot of our patrons come in right off of the bus, and so they don't need their own transportation. Yeah, so we're very conveniently located and accessible for anybody who needs our services to come here. And I wanted to tell you too, we love our partnership with Wayne Community College, but something that Lynn will back me up on, I know, I learned from her being on the board, is there are some things that Wayne Community College cannot do.
Whoa, that's not true. Now, wait a minute.
Let's just, that is important for people to understand, that Literacy Connections exists because we fill that gap. So where Wayne Community College works with them when they're able to be in a class or moving up higher in their educational levels, there are those who are at the very bottom, just brand new beginning, and that's why Literacy Connection exists. So we match them with the one-on-one to work with them in non-traditional ways to help them progress to the point that then they can slide right into a class that's conveniently located right here at our facility and continue to grow in their educational goals.
Now, I know that you keep track of success and failure, I guess, but can you off the top of your head give me an idea of how successful the classes are here?
So you're talking about the classes or the one-on-one tutors, the individual
Well,
success?
you tell me. Tell me.
So yes, and I'm going to lean on my program expert here, but this is a long journey. When you're learning to read, just think about you learning to speak another language. It takes a while. Yeah. And as Lynn mentioned, we assess every 60 hours of instruction to see if they progress. That can be a slow journey as well. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But it helps us stay in tune to what they need and do we need to take another approach. So yeah, I think right now we have how many one-on-ones actively working?
I think yesterday when we looked at the numbers, it's 29.
Who are actively working with tutors. Now, our tutors are volunteers from the community. These are people who are giving of their own time.
Volunteers, which means they're not being paid for this.
Not being paid. I mean, we are a small staff here, and we coordinate. That Lee does a fabulous job coordinating and training our volunteers. But yeah, that is all donated time where they commit to an individual who's struggling with their reading or their math or the computer or the basic finance, and they work with them one-on-one to help them progress.
Okay. Maria, let me ask you a question. From Argentina, your native language is Hispanic, of course. Now, and I've always heard that English is the most difficult language to learn. I always thought it was Chinese. But is that true? English is very difficult to learn.
I think you can learn whatever you put in your mind. Now, yes, I truly believe that.
So if you really want to learn English, you can.
Yes, definitely. It's harder on the way to read because you don't write the same way you read. Is true, the pronunciation. But I think everybody can speak, just if you put your mind into it. And let me tell you one thing, that with all the support we have from Literacy Connections and from the college, our ESL group not only grow in a language also, but computers. We realize many of our students come to this country and they don't have the ability to manage a computer. We give that for granted. Everybody knows how to turn it on and off, everybody knows what its enter is. No. And in this country, lately more than before, the people who welcome you into your offices, sometimes it's a tablet, sometimes it's a computer, and for you to have access to this help you need to enter certain information. So the college granted us our program with free computer classes for literacies. And we are doing that excellent job at the college. Then we extend to off-campus. We have 2 sites right now working with also computers. And let me give you the little topping of this conversation.
There's more.
Yes, it is more. A little topping for this conversation is that we started, we always had citizenship classes before, but for the students that don't have the brave to do the process themselves, because it's very intimidated to do that. The form itself is 20 pages, yes. And you are so afraid to put something wrong by mistake. Yes. So we started working on the citizenship classes, and we are very good successful in that. We have, from July to today, we have 10 new citizens.
Whoa!
Yes, so
wonderful.
We're very proud of them, and teach them that it's possible. You can do this process yourself. Not necessarily you need to, look for another type of help. So we have citizen classes.
Now these citizenship classes. These actually lead to citizenship.
Yes, sir.
This is wonderful.
Yeah. We got all the pictures of all the new citizens when they do the oath.
Now that I got goosebumps. That's wonderful. Isn't that great?
Yes, it is.
That is fantastic. Now, 29 one-on-ones. What about in classes that are not one-on-one?
Okay, the classes now that Literacy Connections is doing that are not Wayne Community Partnerships.
Right.
We have the bank-owned class that happens every Tuesday night, and participation varies from sometimes very low to about 8 or 9 participants. And that's a perfect small group. That's the perfect size group.
Yeah.
And conversation participation's about the same. Again, 5 or 6 is an average. But that class is open to all of our students who want to improve their conversation. And I did mention earlier ESL, but it can be anyone that simply, as they're learning to read and becoming comfortable with those new skills, that want to be able to improve their vocabulary, their fluency. It's just the perfect setting for that. It's very casual and inviting, not intimidating.
Wow. Okay. Let's talk money. What do students pay to take these classes at the Literacy Connections?
This is an absolutely free service.
What?
Yes, absolutely free. Does not cost them a penny to come here and learn to read and write and basic math and basic finance.
That's a good deal.
That is a very good deal, yes.
So they're actually learning to read, learning to use the computer, learning finance, how to write a check, how to open a checking account and savings account and save their money.
Yes, and absolutely. It's to set them up for success. That's what we want to do. We want to help. For every dollar that we invest in a program like this, our community will get over $60 back as these people move into the workforce, start to generate revenue, pay their taxes, and contribute to our society.
So for every dollar invested in a student, the community will reap $60. 60 times.
We'll be taking them off of the social services programs. There'll be less drain on our hospitals, and they'll be more productive in contributing to our economy. So that's an important part of what we do.
Wow, that is wonderful. All right.
Let me tell you, too.
Go ahead.
Yes, so some of our other...
Go ahead. You got the mic. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. We have some fabulous partnerships going. On our board, we have Jennifer Polk from NC Works.
Sure.
Yes, and she's working actively with Lee and I to help us to reach the people who need us. So we've undergone a big transition since I came on here. And that's where the partnership with Wayne Community came on. That brings a better experience for every student who comes through our door. They not only get the one-on-one, but they get to progress right on up smoothly through into higher levels of education. So we need more people to come through our door now. So we're sharing our load, and we have the ability now to serve more one-on-one. So right now we're at 29, but we have the capacity to do a lot more than that. So Jennifer is helping us. She has a lot of people there who who are out of work looking for jobs, and those people who work in that for her can identify people who may need our services. So that's our goal, is to kind of really create a strong partnership there as well to help bring in more people, more students who need our services. We know they're out there, Wayne. There are 10,000 of them at least who cannot read at all in our community.
10,000 people
Yes.
cannot read.
And we're serving 29 of them right now.
Right.
We have the capacity to do a lot more and to really change that picture for Wayne County.
So what do they do? How do they come aboard?
Well, as you talked to Ronnie, he mentioned a couple of times about the shame. That's something I had to learn. When I came on, I thought, oh, I'm great at this. I'll get out in the community and I'll just let everybody know what we do, and they'll just flood through our door.
Right.
That didn't happen. And so we had to kind of come back and regroup, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? This always works. And and the issue is that these people have a secret, and they've kept it a secret for a very long time, and they're not about to sit in a group that I'm presenting to and raise their hand and say, oh, I didn't know about that. I'm really glad you told me. I'd like to sign up. They don't. They're really, really private. And so one of the things we're hoping by you coming and visiting with us and the general public watching on the TV, they're learning about what we're doing in the privacy of their own home. Nobody's calling them out in a crowd. Nobody's putting the spotlight on them and saying to ridicule them in any way or creating any discomfort for them. But they know that we're here now, and that they know that they can come, and it will be a private one-on-one arrangement with somebody helping them work on their personal goals.
And these are people of all income levels, from the lowest income, from the minimum wage up to the corporate owner.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. I mean, it's amazing to me as I go around. Everyone has a story. I mean, lots of times it's, oh, my mother had a situation where she trusted people who rented from her, and they got her to sign papers because they explained them the wrong way to her, and she signed her home away. I mean, people are vulnerable when they can't read. It's not just an inconvenience. They're very vulnerable.
They are, and they don't want to tell people that they're vulnerable. They are, in fact, embarrassed.
Sure. We've had people who have worked in jobs 30 years and nobody knew, and they're so afraid that if people find out, they might lose their job. So this is why they keep it such a secret. Ronnie talked about, even in the family setting, the children won't know. They'll just say, go ask your mother, or ask dad. So these secrets are well-kept secrets. They're not going to readily just raise their hand and say, I'm ready to come in. They've got to really want it. And so we're hoping that they see today that this is a supportive environment, a private environment where they can work on their personal goals and progress and step out of that and feel really confident.
All right. Let me ask you about money again. You have expenses. You don't charge anyone anything, but it costs money to operate this operation. Where do you get money?
So we are very fortunate to be well supported by several funders right here locally. The County of Wayne funds us. United Way of Wayne County funds both of our programs, the adult literacy and the Bank on Wayne program. And we have funding from the city as well, CDBG. Did I say that right? I always get that acronym mixed up.
Don't ask me how to spell it. I have no idea.
Yeah, we receive funding from the city as well. And then the rest of it, we're out in the community doing fundraising. We have a fabulous fundraiser every fall that is our signature event, Reading Between the Wines, and that is well attended and brings in a lot of money to support our programs here. We're working on a new exciting one that we hope to get off the ground this spring around Easter time, Lilies for Literacy. So look for that in the near future. That's just a little teaser.
Okay, that's good. All right. Maria, thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you so much.
Any final words?
Any final words? I will encourage everybody in this county that needs help in English. because it's not their first language, to come to us. Our ESL is a big family in the college. And I guarantee they're going to feel very comfortable and very content, and they're going to receive the service that they're looking for.
Thank you. And Lynn?
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank
speaking
you.
with us.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And I'll just encourage people to take advantage of this opportunity in the community to come and if you need help with your reading or many other things, take advantage of this area.
It's right here.
Right.
And it doesn't cost anything, right?
It doesn't cost a thing.
All right. And Lee, what any final words from you about what's here?
One thing I wanted to kind of tag on to something Susie had mentioned when she's talking about adults learning to read and the investment and then the return to the community.
Yeah.
Currently, there's a lot of conversation going on about preschool children and school-age children and reading readiness and reading on school level. And that is so important. That conversation needs to happen, and there's lots of great work. We are a piece of that, too. We can provide all the support for children, but if they go back into homes where there's that cycle of low literacy, a grandparent that can't read or a parent, they don't have the support at home, and that's where it's most important, and that's where we can come in. So not only is it that immediate return of that $60 back into the community for every dollar spent, it's a long-term investment. If we can start to break that cycle, then maybe the next generation won't need literacy connections.
Right. And Susie?
We invite all your listeners here today to come and join us for either our Bank on Wayne programs or our literacy programs. If you're learning to use the computer for the first time, we're here to help you. On the Bank on Wayne, I did want to add a final thought on that. You may not think of why you would need to come and do 8 hours of Bank on Wayne program. But Lee and I have been thinking recently, there are very good reasons. If your child is about to start a summer job, you may want to think about that money coming in and have them come here and go through a program that would help them know how to manage that money, understand about what a first bank account would be and how to manage it so you don't have overdrafts. Or if your child is going off to college, we all know what happens when your child goes off to college and gets a lot of money or gets a credit card. Yes. Have them come with them and go through the program and set them up for success so that you're not trying to clean that up on the back end.
I hadn't even thought about credit card. That's a whole other world, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. They cover all those very important topics so that people can be more successful with their money management.
Susie Acree is the executive director here at Literacy Connections. Does anybody know the phone number here? What's the phone number?
919-735-1990.
735-1990. They can call that number anytime to get information about anything to do with Literacy Connections.
They can also check out our website at www. Let me see if I can do that right, Lee.
LiteracyConnectionsOfWayneCounty.org.
Okay, LiteracyConnectionsOfWayneCounty.org.
Yeah, it's a long one. But we're also on Facebook.
Yes, check us out on Facebook as well.
That has our information as well. So.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're here at Literacy Connections at 2001D East Ash Street. Is that right?
That is right.
Have a good day. We are back on this Monday. Woo! It is Monday. Woo! Okay, it's the 20th. It's President's Day. So there you go. That's right. That's right. I think the post office is not. They're not delivering mail today, are they? Coming up, April 29th is the Pickle Festival in Mount Olive. Now, I'm telling you, that is fun. It's a Saturday. It's April 29th. Now, if you have a business, if you have something you could present as a vendor at the North Carolina Pickle Festival in Mount Olive on April 29th, well, you're invited to apply with the Chamber of Commerce of Mount Olive. And you need to do this no later than March 14th. Now, their phone number is 919 658-3113, 658-3113. However, it would be much easier just to go online to ncpicklefest.org, ncpicklefest.org, and get all kinds of information that way. And you can also apply online as well. So if you want to become a vendor at the NC Pickle Festival, go online, ncpicklefest.org. All right, got it. Remember that the libraries are closed today in Wayne County for staff training. Staff training. All branches in the main library all closed today. Reopening tomorrow, regular time. Coming up in April, you know, every dog and every cat in Wayne County has to have a rabies vaccine. Every one of them. If they're 4 months old or older, they have to be vaccinated against rabies. Any animal receiving its first rabies shot vaccine shall receive another dose 1 year later, and then once every 3 years after that. Have your driver's license with you. If your address is changed on your driver's license, let the people know so they can put it on the certificate, put the right address on the certificate there, and you got to have that certificate. Also, proof of prior vaccination is needed to receive a 3-year vaccination. If you don't have proof, then the animal will receive a 1-year vaccination. Okay, but now here's the schedule. Coming up April 1st, the morning clinic will be at Eastern Wayne High School at 8 a.m. The afternoon clinic on April 1st will be at Southern Wayne High School, April 1st at 1 p.m. Now the clinic will be held again the following week, the following Saturday, April 8th in the morning at Grantham Elementary at 8 a.m. and in the afternoon of April 8th at the Old Pikeville School Building at 1 p.m. That's the April 8th schedule. So you got April 1st and April 8th. Call, if you have any questions about that, call the Animal Adoption and Education Center. Their telephone number is 919-731-1439. 919-739, that's not right, 919-731-1439. Pardon me. Yeah. Okay. Okay, what else do we have here? Got that. Time to go. Hope you're able to join us again tomorrow if they'll let us in the building. I'll be right here at 7 a.m. It repeats at noon, then it repeats again at 5:30 p.m. Here's the question, or better yet, here's the answer to today's trivia question. Reverend Mason Weems was a fine man. Everybody loved the Reverend. And he wrote a book one time and he used examples that he had learned and stories he had learned and things he had experienced in life to write his book. One of those stories, however, was just not true. He wrote a story about a young man who had learned a hard lesson. He had learned a hard lesson. So he wrote that story about this young man. The problem is it was fake news, as they say nowadays. The story, it never happened. Reverend Mason Weems, yeah, he didn't quite tell the whole truth about this. He just made the story up. And the question was, this young man grew up to be president. What was his name? President of the United States of America, an untrue story, written by Reverend Weems. Well, the answer to the question is George Washington. Yes. The story about, gee, Daddy, I didn't mean to chop down that cherry tree, but I did, and I cannot tell a lie. I did it with my little axe. That was not true. Yeah, Reverend Weems made it up, and it's a great story. It's a great story. It never happened. Yeah, George didn't cut down a cherry tree. No, he didn't. And that's the answer to our trivia question for today. We'll have another one for you tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to do this tomorrow if they'll let me back in the building. And I hope you're able to join us. We'll be right here. Hope you're right there. In the meantime, please drive carefully. Always wear your seatbelt. Seatbelts save lives. So until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.